How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to invite you to sit a minute. And I'm going to ask you to take a really good, hard, honest look at yourself. If there was one aspect of yourself that you could change or cut away, what would it be? Maybe you said or did something in the past, even years or decades ago, that still haunts you to this day. Maybe you find yourself ending up in the same kind of toxic relationships again and again, or taking the same dead-end job time after time, making those same self-destructive decisions, even though everything inside you seems to be screaming that you should know better. And you catch yourself looking in the mirror at yourself, saying, what the fuck am I doing? Why do I keep doing this? When somebody reaches out to me and wants to work one-on-one, I ask them one question during the initial interview. How has all of this served you? Or to put it another way, what have you learned from this? If they can't answer that question, then I know that they're not ready to begin the work. Now, we all seem like we do. We all want to be just done with this. We want to be over it. We want to be healed. But the truth of the matter is, if we keep going back and we keep making these decisions, deep down inside, there is some wounded part of us that gets its juice from all of this. And so in some sense, we're still falling. We haven't hit bottom yet. We're not ready to get up and walk away. And while it's easy to view these things as the enemy, because they do seem to keep tripping us up, it's also important to know that they could be some of the greatest teachers in our lives if we're open to learning the lesson. And so, a personal example. When I was in my 20s, I was not a nice guy. I was very self-involved. I was very arrogant. And I treated someone in a very shitty way. And when the whole thing came to a head, I saw a look on this person's face that I swore I would never be responsible for seeing on another person's face ever again. And although it took a long time for it to open, that was the crack that I needed to step through to find my own healing, to understand that the way I acted was a way of compensating, a way of shutting myself down for the difficulty of growing up the way I did, being as sensitive as I was. I had to swing the pendulum all the way to the other side, become self-involved, become hard, become arrogant, as a way of defending myself, protecting myself. And as I've gotten older, that pendulum is starting to swing back to the middle, but it never would have happened had I not gone to such extremes. I wish I could change what I did, but I can't. And I've spent all this time wrestling with it at first, finally coming to accept that there is a part of me that's capable of acting in this way, and then learning from it. I will not do that again. And there's the medicine. And that's the lesson. Even though these aspects of our personality may be hard to accept, let alone love, the sickness that we're experiencing also comes with its own cure. We won't throw it up until we swallow enough poison. But once we do, once we get rid of the poison, we're left with the gift. We're left with a deeper understanding of ourselves, of where our behavior comes from, and of how we can move forward and heal this wound. Till next time.